Hi, third graders. Mrs. Fernandi here for week 5 of spelling. We're going to go ahead and get started with the PowerPoint for this week and the new learning that we'll do. Okay, this week we're going to talk about doubling the endings and adding ed or ing to words. And how do we do that? Before we begin with that, we're going to go over once again the difference between the two different kinds of letters in English. We have consonants and we have vowels. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes we have two others. See if you can remember. Here, all the rest of them are consonants. And the reason you need to know this is because when I talk about consonants or vowels, I want you to remember the difference between them. And I also want you to remember that in order to have a syllable in English, like actor, we need to have a vowel sound in each syllable. We don't always have to have a consonant, but vowels are very important. There aren't as many of them, but they're very important. Look at the two consonants here that are highlighted in yellow, the W and the Y. Those also sometimes act like vowels. So those are the two exceptions. We have the five vowels that are always vowels, and then W and Y sometimes act like vowels. All right, so let's read these two words. We have hop and we have hopped. Take a moment to really look at what the difference between those two words are. Today I hop, yesterday the kangaroo hopped, right? Hopped, what is the base word? The base word is hop. And what do we see here? Look at the word hop. We have the consonant that starts the word, but we're not even concerned about that. We see one vowel, the O in the middle. We see one consonant after the vowel. We're always looking, in this case, we're looking at what comes after the vowel. And only one letter P, which is a consonant, comes after that vowel. Then we're going to double the consonant. So we have these rules. Is there one short vowel? Is it followed by one consonant? Then we're going to go ahead and double the consonant. And then we have hopped, H-O-P-P-E-D. We are going to double it, make it 2. All right, here are this week's words. Planned. The class planned a science experiment. Our base word is plan. It has one vowel, A, and then one consonant, N, after the A. It is both of the rules we can answer with yes. And so we're going to double the N, and then we're going to add the ED, the ed sound at the end. Missing. His pencil is missing again. The base word is miss, and that already has a double S. So we don't need to add another one. We can't do 3 S's. That would be like a snake. So we are going to just add the ing straight to that word. Dishes. They put the dishes on the shelf. So the ending ES sounds like es. Remember this, when it has the 2 brackets like that, it means that that's what it sounds like. Also, let's ask ourselves the rules. Dishes, is there one vowel? Yeah, the letter I. After that vowel, is there only one consonant? No, there are 2 consonants, S and H, making that consonant digraph sh sound. So therefore, we're not going to double anything because there are 2 consonants, not just one. Are you starting to get it? Number 4 is sitting. The cat, here it is, was sitting by the fire. Our base word is sit, one consonant, followed by one vowel, followed by one consonant, the letter T. We are going to double the T before we add the ing. Brings. The bird brings food to the nest. Brings. The S, the ending S, sounds like the Z, makes the Z sound. So, but we're still going to use an S, of course. Grass. The grass turned brown in the fall. And in that case, we have a double S at the end of that one syllable word. So sent, number 7. They sent a package to their grandparents. Lost. She lost her jacket at school. Dead. Some of the flowers were dead. In this case, we have the EA in the middle. And instead of making the long E sound, like in the word read, it's going to make the short E sound like in the word red. And that is the word there, dead. Die. They watered the plant so it wouldn't die. And there we have the long I sound by I followed by the silent E. tie. Tie your shoelaces. This die and tie are spelled the same except for the beginning consonant T or D. And the last one for this week, field. The soccer field was wet and muddy. When we hear that long E sound and we make it with an IE, we're going to have the I first most of the time, except when we follow the letter C, but we'll talk about that another time. All right, that is it for the letters we're going to, the words for the week. So let's do a little bit of guided spelling. All right, go ahead and get your paper, your notebook and your pencil out, and let's write the word humming. Now we're gonna think first, what is the base word? Hum, H-U-M, nice. It has one vowel followed by one consonant, the letter M. Are we gonna double the M? Yes, we're gonna double the M before we write the ing. It follows our rules. Okay, the next word is brings. The bird brings food back to the nest. We can hear the brr, that consonant blend, two consonants, but you can hear both of them, followed by ing. And then of course, we're going to add an S, even though it sounds like the Z sound. All right, let's do a few of our review words before we get any further. And the first word I want to remind you of is the word hands. We hear the at the beginning, then we hear the and in the middle there, and we know how to spell that. Hands. Again, we hear the Z sound, but how are we going to spell it? With an S. The next word is glasses. I always misplace my glasses. I can hear the gl at the beginning, that consonant blend, GL. Again, I hear the AS. S, of course, we need to have two S's in the word glass. That's our base word. And then as is ES, even though it sounds like is. The next word is passes. And we're just going to do the same thing. There's the word pass. We're going to add the ES. That sounds like Z. And let's do the word toward. I am walking toward my friend. Here's the word to. And then this one, ward. Doesn't sound quite like it should, like that's not an R sound, the AR, but toward. That's one of those words that we need to memorize, right? Okay, let's write the word eggs, eggs. The chicken laid lots of eggs. Here we have a double G, and then of course we add the S at the end. Father, father. We have fa, and then we have the consonant digraph, the TH making the sound, and then the ER at the end. Can be made in a few different spellings, but most of the time at the end, it's going to be ER. Sometimes it's not, but we'll talk about that rule later. But for the most part, if a word ends in the sound, you can go ahead and choose ER and be right most of the time. Okay, the next word is bought. This one was a tough one. Do you remember this? B. And then we have this ah sound, which is spelled O-U-G-H, ah. Then we have, what do you hear at the very end? Bought. Nice, we're gonna have a T there. And the last word for today, also. Now we know that all, when it's by itself, is spelled A-L-L and then S-O. But when we put that together, we are going to get rid of one of the L's, also. All right, let's stop right there for today. I hope that you spend some time studying your spelling words, and I will see you next time.